What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I am using my my little headset mic instead of my boom mic. How does this sound for everybody? Is this better, or should I? Hang on, we'll get the consensus here. So right now I'm running through my headset mic, and now I'm running through my actual XLR mic.
Both sound pretty good.
What does chat think?
The headset mic is just going to be easier to move around.
Yeah, because it's wireless. Dude, I've had this headset forever. They're saying boom. All right, I'll take that out. It's probably better because Krista just brought me a fresh bowl of lemon rice soup. So, yeah, we were, Tor and I were just talking. He's building his new computer to finally replace his 8700K that's made the streams lag a couple times. So, you did the 7800X3D, right? That's what you're doing?
7800X3D, Ryzen 5.
Ryzen 5?
Or Ryzen 7.
Okay.
AMD
I just realized I don't think I sent. I did not send the email. I did not send the email out. I'm gonna send the email out since we're live now. Boom, send. Bam. So yeah, we figured might as well wrap this up. So I got the Merc here again. Oh, my camera's messed up again from the other apps trying to open it. Hang on. I just gotta toggle it and it'll go back. There we go. I don't know why it does that. Both my cam links do that. If like another app tries to access them while one's already like using it, it'll do that weird like purpley green thing. So yeah. Tech Dad says new PC's not cheap. I've got an i9 9900K. That's what I'm running right now on the computer I'm streaming. I'm probably going to ride this one out for a little bit longer. I built this right when it came out, like October 2018. Like I think I got it like week of launch. I actually went to Micro Center and got it. And it's been fine. Like my other computer is a 5900X, and that one's not getting upgraded for a bit either. I think I built that in 2020. No, 2021. Or 2022, either at the beginning of 2022 or 2021.
Yeah,
maybe at the end of 2020.
Not cheap. And yeah. I didn't even get a new GPU.
I mean, you got a 2080. That's still a pretty good video card.
Yeah, 2080 Super.
Yeah, I've got the 3070 in this one, and I don't do any games on this. I literally just have it for doing video encoding for when I'm like doing video editing, because it makes it so much nicer. But yeah, so I mean, hell, I got that computer behind me, the one that's literally back there. I think that's a 6th gen i5, and it's still fine for just doing day-to-day stuff. But yeah, I'm glad I skipped. I think I have one 13th gen Intel computer. I used to be a big Intel CPU buyer. Basically from like when the Core 2 Duos came out up until Threadripper came out, the 3000 series Threadripper. That was the first my server, which we're still running to this day. I built that back in 2020, January 2020. That has a 3960X Threadripper in it, and that's if you guys used our easy firmware side, our ticket system, all that's actually run on that box, and that's been running for almost 4 years now. So, but I barely even touched that process. But that was my first AMD build in like 15 years, and now I've got 3 other AMD builds downstairs, and everything else is Intel. But yeah, the only 13 gen Intel I think is Krista's laptop, and I don't know if those SKUs are affected because laptops use different processors than the different processors than the other ones because they typically don't have like a metal die on top of them. So, but yeah, I heard about something with oxidation in the 13th and 14th gens. I think is the term. So, but yeah, so I was like, Tor and I were just hanging out on a Teams call. I was like, well, let's just throw a Print Talk Live thing up since we have that. That's a thing now. You can see Tor's got his BIOS screen up there. Did you update the BIOS on there yet?
I'm trying to get a drive to work. For some reason, my flash drives aren't reading.
Are they like? Do you hear the Windows Connect sound when you plug them in?
Yeah, I tried to format it, but it's not. It's giving me 2 unallocated spaces instead of the one.
Okay. So load up disk part. You can share your screen. I can walk you through it really quick. So open up a command prompt. Make sure it's administrator. So open up a command prompt.
Disk part.
Yeah, disk part, one word. And then share the disk part screen on Streamlab. You should be able to share that disk part screen. And this is also a good step too. If you guys have like an SD card that you use for like an Octoprint or a Linux image and you want to return it back to one partition, because you can't really do it easily in Windows. This is a good way to clean it out to kind of get back to baseline, because it'll work with any sort of mass storage device. So,
hey, Jerry.
Okay, so it's going to query all your drives and give it a sec.
That's going to take a minute.
You see how long it takes on my server. It's got like 32 drives in it. It sits there for a hot minute.
Yeah, I have 7 in this computer.
Taking that long for 7. Unplug the USB. Leave that open. Unplug the USB, and see if it loads the rest of the way. It's weird that it's taken that long to enumerate the drives. Don't close it out yet. Just do a Control-C. Do a Control-C again. You had no, don't click on there. Hit Escape. You're in select mode. Control-C. Okay, hit it again.
Hey, you're wondering why I'm upgrading my computer.
There's got to be a drive. There's got to be a drive that's like not reading correctly. Because typically when it hangs, because it's querying all the drives and reading like all the partition information, usually if it hangs,
it's because when USB.
Because usually it takes about 10-15 seconds if there's no issues with drives. And you're already in the administrator.
Yeah. Stefan, the Mercury 1 build's actually really easy compared to like the Vorons and stuff like that.
Oh dear God. It's not, I mean, it's a lot of time, but it's still nothing compared to the Vorons. Yeah, and you can get a Mercury 1 going.
Yeah, mostly you're starting from a already built printer, like the Ender 5, Ender 5 Plus.
The frame and stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
hell, even if
removing the top Z.
I mean, although even if you're building a frame from scratch, it still doesn't take that long.
True. I have one completely custom Ender 5 or Mercury 1 that I built a frame on and everything, and one that I built from an Ender 5.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, so before you plug the drive in, we want to clear, type list space disk. Because we want to see what disk number it is. I'm curious to know what drive is hanging, because it's taking a sec. Okay, so you got 0 through 6. Okay. You probably have an SD reader that's plugged in that has nothing in it, don't you?
Yes.
That might be what's causing it to hang, because it's probably trying to query those. Did you unplug that?
I did.
Do a list disk again, see if it's quicker. That's weird. That's not showing it. Do it one more time, because usually that'll make them disappear. Okay, anyways, plug your thumb drive in. That was probably what it is, because it's going quicker now. Plug the thumb drive in, and then do a list disk again. And you should see, hopefully it'll just show up as disk 9.
Oh, it didn't.
Okay, no. Yeah, pop it up. If list disk doesn't pick it up, do a list disk.
No, I didn't hear a Windows sound.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so do type select space disk space 9 and hit enter. Type clean. Okay, type, access is denied. It says you're in an administrator command prompt.
Let me try something.
You can also try opening in PowerShell. I believe it'll work in PowerShell.
I usually just go through disk management.
Yeah, you can do that. I just do, because for example,
it's unallocated.
It doesn't matter. It should still allow it. So just for example here, I'll show you what I'm trying to do here. So I just have a random thumb drive on my desk. So I just type command prompt on the start menu. Can you clean it? I can't see your share. Type clean. Okay, so do a list disk again. Okay, so type create space partition space primary and hit enter. Type active, hit enter, and then type exit. So you're done in there. So basically unplug the drive and replug it, and it'll ask you to format it. So basically what you just did is you just wiped out everything on that drive. That clean command wipes everything off the drive. Create partition primary creates one big partition to take up the whole drive. And so now you have one partition that's unformatted. So when you plug it in, it should ask you to format it then.
Okay, start. Format complete.
There you go.
Now, I usually just go to disk management because it has the GUI.
Yeah, for cleaning the drives, I just usually use that. You can do whatever you like.
Drag the file over from
for your BIOS. Yeah, and Tor's doing a stripped down Windows 11 install, deactivating all the Microsoft crap and preloaded apps, which I want to do on my next when I reinstall Windows on here. I mean, I'm probably due for a reinstallation on here because I think last time I formatted this was 3 or 4 years ago. So, and I can't remember if I did an upgrade from 10 to 11 or if I just did a fresh 11 install.
Yeah, this is stripped of just about everything. And then I'm going to use Ninite to reinstall stuff that I actually need.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to remember what page I left off on the Mercury 1 build guide.
Flash BIOS.
I'm almost done with this lemon rice soup. Krista makes such good lemon rice soup.
I think it was page 30 something.
No, it was 100 something. I know it was pretty high up. I'm going to find it right now. Hang on. Mercury 1 documentation.
Do you want to enter flash mode? Yes.
All right, Mercury 1. Build instructions. Here we go. PDF link. I'm going to share this with you guys so you guys know where I'm at. Launch your Ender 5 to new horizons.
But yeah,
All right, let's see
the
here.
Mercury
I think I was
build
at like
is
130
actually
something.
really easy, and their documentation is great now. Yeah, Jeffrey, I'm already planning on doing that on my own, so once we have the design ready.
Hey, I'll be right back. This guy was supposed to call me. He's looking at, remember I had to call a guy for the seal coating. He's here, so I'm just going to pull myself out for a second.
All right.
I'll be back. Oh, wrong button.
How's the modding going on your SVO8? Pretty well. I don't know if you saw my Twitter post or some of the other streams, but I destroyed one of the glass doors. So that was fun. I found out it's going to be $35 for shipping, or for the door and shipping to get that back and replaced. So I'm just paying the $35, and then I'm going to design my own enclosure. It's like, who the hell is walking up the driveway? No media found. Retry. E12 AMS. Yeah, I'm pretty much going to take most of the stuff I made for the for your S5 and go to the S4. Just pretty much scale it down slightly. So it's still not reading my drive. I might just skip that for now. Just install Windows. Yep, it's not reading it. Bummer. I do have a new drive coming, a new USB drive coming later today. Boot priority. Exit. Yes. Any more package thefts? No, luckily not. But I've been, especially with the computer parts, I've been very diligent about going out and getting them as soon as they get here. But yeah, I do need to work on the Mercury one. Hey, 3D experiments. Not too much. Tim had to step away to get a quote for his driveway. I am setting up my new PC. Speaking of, where's my phone? Need to check tracking on the rest of my parts. Between 5 and 10. Amazing. Did you get started on your Ender 3 NG? I did. Oh. Here's part of it. The parts kit that I got on AliExpress is missing parts. So I'm a little stuck until I get some hardware in. But I got multiple parts done. Like I got the back together. I need to tap the holes in the extrusion on the front here. I need to tap this rear extrusion right here. This rear center extrusion. I need to tap. Hey, CJ. But I need to just find my tap kit. Oh, is it finally booting up? What's it complaining about? Are yelling at me for no GPU in it yet? Why is this taking so long? But yeah, the Ender 3 NG is on hold. I'm missing quite a bit of hardware. Like a bunch of M5 heat sets, some screws and bolts. Want to hear more about the Beast Mercury 1 build? I don't have Fusion up right now, but Tim is actually going to be... He's cleaning up the electronics enclosure for it. Then he needs to install a bunch of heat set inserts in it. So that will be fun. I got the board layout done. Let me see if I can open this up real quick. Fusion. But it's essentially going to be a Ender 5 Plus converted. Yeah, I saw the entry for the roast stream. Yay, Fusion is updated. I get to update it again once I get the computer working. Some projects. That's not what I wanted. Let me pull this up. Yeah, I'm really wanting to get this computer done so I can actually do stuff in a reasonable amount of time. I'm just going to share this because Jeffrey's already in chat with his first and last name, so I'm sure he won't mind. Share. Screen. Kitty, what is up? He's not happy right now. Okay. Can I close anything else out? Let's close out Orca and Teams. Hey, Brian. That's actually out in the living room right now. They're finally getting to enjoy their kitty grass. Go on screen. Electronics. So this is what I've been working on this week, getting the electronics enclosure done. Making sure. Don't need the top. Making sure everything fits in there. Everything can plant some catnip. I actually might. I do have cat grass, which they really love. Interior grommet. I need to address that. CP board. This is going to have the Easy Board V2. I got everything spaced out so we can get it wired up. It's going to have venting coming up from the bottom and pushing the hot air out the top. I did a little TPU grommet to go into the enclosure and another one to go out the side for the USB. Well, we will probably have a print video or two out on it just because we need to get a profile tuned and everything set up for it. But the SSR for the bed, all these are going to be heat set inserts to secure it. So it's not going to be screwing into plastic. It's actually going to be screwing into metal. And we'll run grounding wires to everything as well. So everything's grounded together. This box is just like a dummy for a USB hub. So the USB is going to come out, plug into here. This one's going to come out, plug into here. And then everything else, it's going to have one wire going out into the pad 7, I believe. So it's just going to be one USB cable coming out the sides instead of a bunch, as well as the camera is going to come in and plug into the USB hub. So this is for the tool head board, the Orbital, I believe it's called. Everything's going to be actively cooled. I believe Tim's going to have these controlled. So when it's printing and powered up, it's going to be cooling. Probably like a standby speed and a in-use speed is what I would do. Then I did custom Z brackets for the bed with 12mm rods. And Tim already posted a video of it going up and down, and it's chonky. I had to make motion kit bodies. I made custom motor brackets to put in little thrust bearings. So all the weight of the bed is not sitting on this shaft. It's going to be sitting on the motor itself.
You said shaft.
Did my headset turn off?
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh, now I hear you.
It must have went to standby. Yeah, no, it was the seal coating guy. He was coming to give an estimate. So,
but yeah, all the weight of
blacktop
the bed is going to be on the motor itself and the mount, and not
like the case of the motor. The case of the motor.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone was asking me if that mount would work for other Mercury 1 builds.
Good. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Like that would probably work on my 5 Plus here too. I don't know if the 5 Plus really needs it though.
Is your motor touching the extrusion?
Yeah, it is.
Then yeah, this should work fine for that.
Yeah, it's literally right up against the extrusion. I just realized the dogs I put the dogs outside because I opened the overhead door to get out.
710 millimeters deep plus probably 770, 780. At least 780 for everything. Because you got to think there's going to be the top as well.
Yeah, I just printed. Actually, here's the. Let me switch my camera here. Here's the control box compared to my head. If you want a comparison here. So
it is quite the beast.
Yeah, this used like a third of a roll of filament just for the control box. So I did this since this is gonna be outside. I did this in black PETG, so still be plenty durable. It's got a little flex. I like doing PETG for the outside control boxes because they're a little more impact resistant than PLA. So, but this actually came off of my custom Chiron back there. So this is the electronics box that's going on the back of that printer. So, but got a IEC socket here for the main power input. We got two 40 millimeter fan holes, plenty of ventilation to blow up through the top. So we're going to have the fans blowing. So they'll be mounted on the back of the printer like this, and we'll have the fans blowing up through the enclosure. So we'll not only take advantage of like the natural convection of heat, but also the little fans down here pushing it up.
Yeah, I was thinking about having it like an active speed and a standby speed.
It's not needed. The fans are pretty. The fans are going to be super quiet on this because there's no grills on here. I mean, we could put grills on here. I would just leave it open.
Yeah,
it's on the back. It's not going to be like people are going to be touching it.
We're just going to run our 40s. With no grills just to keep it quieter too, because all the grills I've seen cause issues.
Grills add noise. So, but yeah, this looks so small on the back of that printer. It's oh my god.
Custom my god. Motor mounts. These were actually already designed. I think
these are the Mercury one. Or those are the Mercury one ones, aren't they? Or are they slightly different?
These are internal ones. These are modified ones.
Okay. Yeah, so basically, because we have the enclosure on there, we want to be able to actually put the back on because they do hang off the back a little. Comet, go lay down. You're so annoying.
But yeah, the wiring's gonna go straight down into the enclosure bay right here. So
I actually was going over the wire routing with Jordan today. We're gonna actually so we got the Easy ABL wire, and then we're gonna follow the PTFE tube. So it is a direct drive, but we're gonna have a reverse mode, and we're using the tubing we sell for the bamboo, since it's got a 2.5 millimeter internal diameter. It makes it easier to push the filament through. We're gonna bundle that all, and I'm gonna wrap it all in that nice mesh sleeving. Like we have rolls now of that mesh sleeving since we're doing so many custom builds. It'll look really nice. And then the only thing, Tor, I did have a question. Where are we putting the spool holder? Is it going to be like kind of in the top right of the back?
Internal at the bottom.
At the bottom? Okay. I was just asking because we're now that this is done, tomorrow we're going to start running all the wires. We weren't running the wires yet because we were waiting for this. This took like almost 24 hours to print. I'm going to check right now because that was at 80 millimeters a second. I did a 0.2 layer. I probably should have put a 0.6 nozzle in there. This had a 0.4 in it. But this took a while to print. I did it with really high infill because I don't want it to ever, break. Hang on, let me see. Does it show me? Hang on, I'm looking here. 2 hours ago.
You know what I forgot?
What?
To drag the stripper file into the drive.
We're gonna have strippers. I didn't know we're getting strippers. You guys hear that? We're getting strippers on stream apparently.
Hell yeah!
What are you talking about? What strippers?
The file that strips everything from Windows.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like electron. I was thinking like wire strippers. It's like, what are you talking about?
We can do a Y adapter and have a second PTFE tube come out the side.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 kilogram roll is not going to fit inside there. So here's the thing. The big rolls are nice.
Well,
however, the problem is,
technically it will be able to. You would just be limited on Z height.
Oh yeah, because the bed can come down so far. But if you're using a big roll, there's drawbacks to the big rolls, because the nice thing about the 1 kilogram rolls is it can fit inside, and this is most printers that have it mounted internally. Most printers are designed with 1 kilogram spools in mind. The problem with the bigger than 1 kilogram spools, whether it's a 3 or a 5, we use 3s on some printers in our print farm. The ones that only print black ABS, those have 3 kilogram spools from Polymaker, and those are the biggest we can fit. And the only reason we can get away with those is because the enclosures that they're on have a external spool holder that's large. Now the other thing is, the big rolls
between that, so there's plenty of room.
Hang on, I'm pulling it up. So the problem is, the other problem with the big rolls is drying them is a pain in the ass. And 2, if you're printing like nylon or ASA or TPU or PETG, stuff that is going to be on there for a while because the printer is going to take a while to run the job, you're going to want it inside the enclosure, and the other one you're going to have to build a box to put it in to feed the filament through. Other printers, like off-the-shelf printers, they're just not going to fit those big spools. You're going to have a filament sensor on this printer, so it'll just pause and wait for you to put the next filament in. So it's not that big of a deal, but you know, the design for most printers is going to be 1 kilogram spools. And there's the thing is, a lot of people that think they want the big spools, they end up getting them and realizing they're a pain in the ass to deal with. And the people that think they want them are also a big minority. So that's why you don't see a lot of bigger than 1 kilogram spool options from most manufacturers. Like we will not have 3 kilogram spool options for our filaments because the market is just so small. It's not worth having to get these giant rolls in that not many people are going to buy. So, and there's not much cost savings going to the big spools versus just multiple of the small ones, you know, especially like with our filament where we give you bulk discounts on the 1 kilograms. Like,
yeah, even Polymaker, if you look at their selection, they have like their basic like white and black and the big spools. But if you look
and that's
around,
about it.
Most their other almost all their other colors are 1 kilogram because that's what they have.
That's what sells.
That's what sells.
I'm trying to see here. I can hang on, let me share. Can I share? I thought I can share a video.
Yeah, if you do the share again, it should be able to select a video.
Oh yeah, video here.
Update the BIOS, but it's not reading that drive.
So I don't know how this time lapse is going to be. I'm just running the default settings, but this is the time lapse from the electronics box here. Yay! Where'd it go? Magic. Woo. So look, you can literally see the sun coming up. So to give you an idea, so this printer is running our EasyCam, and it's got this is a big printer. I have one single, you can see it behind me right here, one single Easy Neo strip lighting this up. So this room is completely black aside from the light from this printer. And you can see, you still get good time lapses at night. You can literally see the sun come up. See my door open when I come in. So I was checking on it.
Yeah, and Jeff, all these files, we're going to have a folder for you.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the printed parts, everything.
Yeah.
So you can reprint and do whatever color you want. If you want to change it and upgrade it, it will be a quick and easy.
Yeah. So, yep. Anytime we do a custom build, we give people all the STL files we use. So, and typically, I mean, we got a lot of storage space on site. I typically keep them for as long as I need to. Like, I haven't purged out stuff in years, so we still have all the old files. So if somebody's like, hey, you know, you built the printer for me like 4 years ago, I just go back, look at the ticket number or the customer name, and chances are we probably still have the files on our server somewhere. All right, let's figure out where I was at. So I did all the fucking dowel pins.
It's not reading the drive, so I'm just going to install Windows.
Tisk. Try a different port. Some motherboards only certain. Okay, I was saying some motherboards only certain ones.
Port. Like it has a BIOS USB port for
Okay.
flashing it, and it just says it's not.
You can
moving.
always update it. I just typically best practice. I update my BIOS before I install my OS. All right, so we did all this. Did the stacks here. I think we were getting to the point. I know I had just put the towers on, and we got the X loaded with the rail. Yeah, so I got this done. This is where we were at last time. These are all okay. So now it's time to put on the, yeah, this is the last part. Yep. All right, so that step's done. Oh, wait, I didn't listen here. This is the, okay, I was at this step here. So I lined it and centered it, and then we wrapped the stream up. All right, so I need 4 M5 roll-ins. I think I probably already got these out. I didn't touch my desk here. Maybe I didn't.
All right, now it's back to waiting for it to load the disk.
Windows 11 installs super quick. Like I installed, so I've got my little one of my hobbies that I have is I've got a bunch of Windows XP retro computers that we like use for playing old games that won't run well on other machines. And man, installing XP takes literally like 45 minutes, even on a computer with an SSD in it. Like it's so slow.
Yeah, I'm just watching the monitor in the viewer right now. Where is it? Right there.
Yeah.
Waiting for it to change so I can just watch chat and look over it myself.
You know what I saw? I don't usually like clicking on ads, but I saw this ad for a little stick that goes into your USB port and it emulates a camera and a monitor. So you could just work on a computer while you have from your main system, which I thought was pretty cool. So like basically you don't need to have another keyboard.
It essentially like a wireless hub.
It's like a KVM. It's like almost like a KVM built into your computer. So you just tab over to that window and then it passes your keyboard and mouse inputs into that dongle, which is really cool.
That'd be so nice. They printed
visions. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get one of those because we're talking about doing not talking about we're doing, I just gotta figure out what we're gonna call it, but I'm gonna start doing like IT stuff. So we're doing like smart home deployments, servers, networking, desktops. Because that's what I did years ago, and just because things are slower with all the 3D printing stuff because the economy is in the shitter, I was like, well, let's get another revenue stream going. So at some point, once I get all the sites set up, I'll let you guys know. But we'll be focusing on like small businesses because I'm small business owner, and it'd be nice to give them decent IT that's not an arm and a leg, because like so many IT companies charge so much money for that, and it's like I can do better. I can come up with better solutions that cost less because I do it for myself. So yeah, and I've already got one of my buddies. He has a dental practice here in Maryville. It's like 10-15 minutes from us, and I've been maintaining his business network for a couple years now. So
oh, it's already started.
It's going. All right, let's see. M3x8. I need 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
My favorite size of bolt.
6, 7, 8. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of the stuff we use M3x8s a lot.
I bought packs of just M3x8s.
So we had some left over for some project we did, so I've got tons of them. I need 2 of the.
All right, this is how I know I'm old.
Also, hang on. Also, we actually have Mercury 1 kits on the way right now. On the way to us. Yeah, we should probably mention that. We have Mercury 1 kits, and we are actively printing parts right now. So you guys can just buy the parts pre-printed in ABS, printed to the specifications that they recommend. The walls, the top layers, bottom layers, infill, everything. So, and they'll all be done in ABS. So yeah, very, very soon. They literally shipped. I just saw our tracking app update telling me that they're on the way. They got picked up. So
Hell
yeah, we'll have the 5 and the 5 pluses. Yeah,
Took long
so if
enough,
you guys
but-
want to get this from, yeah, it took longer than I wanted, but it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna try to keep the microphone by me. Can you guys still hear me? Okay.
Yep.
This is the only problem with the boom mic is it doesn't follow me. Reposition that there. All right, so we want the left one. Wait, what orientation do they have this in? Because in the picture it shows L. On the picture it shows L, but the way it's oriented is actually the right one.
No, the
Yeah. Look at the
that's-
one that matches orientation that is shown in is the right one. It's marked R116. The L116.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, that's not the right part in the guide. Is that a bug in the guide?
Wait.
Because this says R on it in the little, see, this is R116. This is L116. Look at the guide. This is
Let
the
me
piece
look
that I have. Oh, wait, do I have the wrong part? No, this has a heat. Does this have this? Hang on. Did I grab the
I
wrong
think you
part?
might have. Do you have a heat set in the wrong spot? But yeah, the nub should be facing forward. The extrusion, the hole for the
Or these
extrusion should be
different
in the rear.
parts. Hang on.
Yeah, this is an updated revision. That was 1.4, it looks like, in the guide.
No, it
You have
says 116.
1.6.
It says 116 in the guide. This also says 116 on the part.
Huh. Wait, you have. Oh no, the heat sets are in the right spot.
Yeah, the heat sets are in the right spot. I put them in.
Oh, that's the top, not the bottom.
Were there heat sets that are supposed to go to the top? Hang on, I'm looking for parts. Hang on.
Yeah, you had
No,
the
they're
top
in
in
here.
your hand.
Okay, so I need to put more heat sets in. Oh, so I must have grabbed the wrong side when I was putting heat sets in. Okay. So this looks like it. Okay. I was very confused. I was like, wait, those are the ones I put the heat sets in. So I grabbed the wrong ones.
Yeah, I was wondering why you had a pillar.
Yeah. Wait, do these both get heat sets? This looks like they both get heat sets.
I can't remember, honestly. I don't.
Hang on, I'm going to go back in the guide.
So.
I must have grabbed the wrong one when we did the heat sets. Hold up. I'm backtracking here.
Parts real quick.
I think I have two sets of the. I think I have two sets of the hot end parts. I don't know if I have. Yeah, I grabbed the wrong ones when I did this step.
Cat is not happy.
Hang on. I could go fire them up really quick on my K1. Or just take the heat sets. Unless the other ones get heat sets too.
I think only
they
one
do.
side.
Yeah, because you know what? The other ones, the screw heads go through here.
Yeah, you put it through the screw head holes.
Okay, I'm just going to pop them out. Why didn't you catch that when I was doing it?
I think I was working on something else.
Damn it. Oh, they popped right out. Okay. No, we're good.
Cat was not happy.
Yep, it popped right out.
Well, yeah, because they're not meant for heat sets. They're meant for bolt heads.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Ow.
Got it.
The cat gave me a little love scratch. Oh, you can't see it because the light.
Okay, I'm going to put these in the correct parts now. I was very confused. It's like, these look backwards. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that doesn't have the post. So you saw that. Okay. So I'm not going crazy. I just had the wrong. I thought those holes looked a little large for the heat sets, but they went in, they stayed in. So I was like, okay. All right. Make sure I'm putting them in the correct locations. I think I need to go back in the guide a couple sets. All right, let's see here. Heat sets were up here
Ziggy.
towards the beginning. Gotta love the smell of burning ABS.
The cat wouldn't let me pick him up and was freaking out, but he's now rubbing against my leg.
Okay, yeah, so this is the right location for them. All right, we got it.
Which USB hubs don't suck?
We just
From
got an
30
industrial.
experiments.
We just got that industrial trip light one. That's what I'm gonna do when I need hubs for builds, because it was like $25, and it's got the ability to get powered from 9 to 36 volts. So for the printer build, it's perfect. It's got literally a screw terminal for bare wire inputs. I'll post an Amazon affiliate link in the chat in a second. Triplite typically makes really good stuff. From my IT days, Triplite, we used a lot of their stuff, like their UPSs and even cooling solutions. But it's an actual industrial hub. It's a metal case. It's got mounting. It's even got a DIN rail mount too. So if you got a printer that uses like the DIN rail mounts, it'll go right on it. Huh?
I said, cat, what are you doing?
He's tripping balls,
Ow,
man.
ow. He's not happy.
Yeah.
Ow. Well, he already scratched me. It's actually Ziggy, the one that won't, he doesn't like people, but he's like rubbing up against me and meowing.
But you're his person. He doesn't even like you.
Yep. Puffball loves me. Puff, come
I
here.
love how cat owners just willingly put up with these little asshole cats. They're like, he's my cat, but he doesn't like me.
He's Puff's little brother.
Yeah.
Actually, same mom, same dad, just second litter.
All right.
Oh,
good.
Oh, what is going on with this computer now?
Did you break the computer, Tor? There we go.
It rebooted.
All right, all heat sets are done. In the right side now. All right, let's go back to where I was. Jordan probably wouldn't have messed it up. He's built quite a few of them though. All right, went a little too far.
Yeah,
go back.
I'm super happy with the conversion.
Okay, so that makes a lot more sense. I was like, man, this doesn't look it. To be honest, it took you a second to realize that it was not the right part. So I don't feel too bad. Even you were like, wait.
Well, from me looking at the screen, because it's in the studio, it looks a lot smaller. It looked like 1.1.4, and I know before they had printed the towers for that separately instead of having it a unified part.
Man, this motorized screwdriver is so nice for doing printer builds.
I have two now. I have like the little stick one and an actual little Ryobi one. For all the hate on Ryobi.
I can't remember what brand we have in the shop, but they're like, it was like Amazon special and they've lasted for a couple of years. I think it was like Tack Life or something like that. But when those die, I'll probably just get the Milwaukee. I'll probably just get the Milwaukee one when the ones out in the shop die. I'm a big Milwaukee whore. I will say though, out of all the brands of power tools I bought, I have yet to have a single one die on me. So even their cheaper ones, because we got the brushed ones out in the shop because we don't do anything crazy out there with them. I have mostly brushless in my in all my other stuff. I think this is brushed too, but it's a little screwdriver, so it doesn't need to. Like it's actually look, it's actually a screwdriver. See, it says screwdriver. It's not a drill; it's a screwdriver.
How I know I'm getting old is I bought like 2 of these cases for my birthday, and then got a bunch of hardware.
I just bought one of those. Like it almost looks exactly like that. It's a slightly different color scheme, but I got it from Menards for all the pinball components, like all the LEDs and lights and
Oh,
chips I
they're
have.
just so useful.
Yeah. All right.
It takes a few minutes. Don't turn off your PC.
There we go.
Ziggy,
Yeah,
what do you
this
want,
this
bud?
one I think I paid $100 for this. It came with 2 batteries and a charger. And if you already have M18 stuff, most of the M18 chargers, I think if not all of them, have the spot for the M12 as well. Okay, so sit flush on there. I already did that just instinctually. All right, we're gonna put the X-axis on here, and
I am in
then
PowerShell, or I'm in Windows.
oh, so we're just using one of the brass shims on here, the same thing we use on the bearing stacks, right? It looks like.
Yes, brass shims.
Okay.
I believe.
I was just confused because it showed silver ones, but I think you said they changed to the brass ones at some point.
Yes, because the brass ones are pressed. The brass ones are machined. The silver washers were just pressed.
Okay. No, that fit in there perfectly.
Oh, I have the computers up.
I'm gonna push it all the way to the back here so I can get to the bottom screw bolts.
And there's no bloat.
No bloat. I
Kitty.
said bloat for a second. I was like, what kind of OS are you installing? I have to move the T-nuts in a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
There's Puffball. There you go, chat. Or who was it? Chris. Oh, as soon as I go to pet him, he leaves.
Isn't that the one that likes you?
Yeah, Puff loves me. He will actually, if I put my arm down next to my chair while I'm working, he will actually jump up on his hind legs and push up into my hand like he's rubbing his head into my hand just to get like head scratches. Ziggy, why do you love me so much right now? And yet you still won't let me pick you up. He's just like at my feet, like rubbing his head against me, meowing.
Now, typically, I will leave those bottom screws loose. I don't know if it says that in there. And I'll tighten them up once I get everything down. Just so it's like.
Once you get the, so you
Oh,
don't.
yeah, here they say finger
racket.
tighten only. They do say finger tight. Okay, so we need to put the top on. Need 6. Okay, so now we need those top pieces that had the heat sets in there that I put in wrong on the last one. It doesn't. They barely even touch yet. I'm good. Those parts are fine. Okay, so
was it my PC?
Huh?
Trying to remember what it is on Windows 10, 11. My PC?
What are you talking about? To get to what?
So look, my computer.
I think it's just PC. Okay, I'm gonna find it. So through M3 by 30. That's a long ass screw. M3 by 30? Yeah, M3 by 30. I need 6 of them. Makes sense. 3 for each of the sides where the heat sets went. I need 2 M5 by 12s. And then 6 M3 washers. Here they are. Okay. And then 8 of the shims. They call these washers, but they're shims. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are probably for the bearing stacks, and two for the top, I'm assuming. All right, let's go to the next step here. Okay, we need bearings. Need 4 of the F490 or F695 bearings. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the dowels, those are right here. All right, so the short and tall tooth idler spacers and the flange stack spacers. Those are probably
that's
the
cute,
bottom
Krista.
of my bin here.
Apparently, Olivia hears you and is glued to
Yeah.
watching.
She just likes staring at TVs.
Oh no.
I had her downstairs with me the other day, and she was just glued to. I had a video playing on my screen. She was just like staring at it very intently.
All
All right,
since I have Windows
so
installed, I'm just gonna wipe the
did you give
drive
me
that
when
I
you
was
sent me
using.
these files? Did you give me like an extra spacer? Because I think I have extra spacers in here.
There shouldn't be any.
Well,
Unless you
flange stack
figured it
space.
twice.
Okay, so here's the flange stack spacers. Got these two. We need 2 of those.
Aw.
Got 2 of the idler
Little baby.
spacers.
Krista just sent me a picture of Olivia.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I got the 2 short, and here's the 2 stack. I think I have 1 of each extra, so I'll put those back in my bin of printed parts. Just gonna make sure the brim is off all these. Okay, so I have the short and tall toothed idler spacers. That's these, and then I have the 2. Oh, they're gonna try to run away. The 2 flange stack spacers are a little more stout than the regular ones for the tooth idlers. So this is the one thing I hate working on old printers is like you hit the lead screws.
Oh yeah, and you get the just black
grease.
line across.
Yeah, the grease. All right, I need the 2 pulleys, which those should be in here. Here we go. The 2 20-tooth idlers. Here we go. 1, 2. All right. Let's see. Smooth idler, tooth idler. Okay. So this is on the left side here. I'm going to just get this up here and then zoom in on it. There we go. All right, so smooth idler spacer down here. Smooth idler spacer. But up here, they call it the flange stack spacer. So I was like, smooth idler spacer, which one are they talking about? Little idiosyncrasies with the documentation.
Still so much better than what they had before.
All right. That can go on there. Just tippy tap tap. There we go. All right. So flange stack. So it's shim, bearing shim, shim, bearing.
Yeah, 3D experience. I built my 2 of my Mercuries well before these docks were a thing, where the best you had was the Edge of 3D's video on it, and holy cow, it's come so far.
Okay, so there's another pin. Goes in here.
Well, when I did it, you didn't even have the CAD. Bluetooth drivers, Wi-Fi drivers.
I don't know why they didn't just build this part into the printed part. It's so weird.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that either.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so lip faces out. So there's a little tiny lip on these parts. So if you look here, oh, where am I at? Right here. So there's a little focus. I don't know if it'll focus this close. There's a little tiny lip, and that goes towards the bearing. Whoop. And I have the lip facing up here as well. So that goes there. Goes there. All right, and then fit the X top. So this goes on here. All right, and then I'm assuming I put these three. Okay, so there's a washer and okay. Washer goes on each of the bolts. Oh no. Okay, so the spot where I put the holes through, or where I put the what is it called? The heat sets in. That's just where one of them is where the M5 goes through for the X here, and the other one is for the two dowel pins. So, all right. Oh, this is a nice kit. I really like this. I mean, I wouldn't be selling it if I didn't like it. But one of the benefits of us taking a little while to get these in is that now the documentation is actually like done. Before we were like, oh my god, how are we going to sell this? There's no documentation from the project. Like this is going to be a
I would
nightmare.
have the part of the plan was like it was Peter and I would have to set up a
documentation or something like
an
that.
install guide. Yeah.
Yeah. So the one thing I like about this driver is I can set the torque low enough where it's not going to strip these parts out, which is really nice.
That's why I like my little the stick driver, the WoW stick or whatever it's called.
Okay. I put the last one in here. I know I that one up. That one was right at the end. That's not. Hang on, I got to go above it. I just use the Allen key to move the roll-in nut into position. I'm not going to. They say to tighten these up now. I'm going to wait till I get the other side on and tighten them all down at once.
Yeah, so it's not binding.
Yeah, so there's no like risk of it like what's I'm looking for, like being at an angle when I tighten it up. Inspect the bearings. Bearings are good. You can't see me, but I touched them and they're smooth. So now we're doing the same thing on the other side, basically. So on this side, it's slightly different because of the motion system, because the belt's got to be in a different position on this side. All right. So on this side, you do the spacer, then the bearing with the flange down, then another spacer, another bearing, I just dropped a spacer. There we go. And now another one. And then you put the, oh, there's another, the little metal rings keep popping out of the inside of these. It's so weird. And then we want the smooth idler spacer, which they referred to as something else, but that's this guy here. All right. Okay, same thing on this side, except we're putting the big spacer in first. So this guy, little lip on here goes up. So there's a little lip on the top that goes up.
Wi-Fi is connected.
The Wi-Fi's.
Now I can just download everything from the computer and not have to run a USB drive back and forth.
And before your internet goes out again.
Comcast.
I love how you're on the opposite end of the country and you still have to fucking deal with Comcast. Everything's a hammer. I remember there was a Klein, I think it was a TikTok, where their marketing team responded to somebody using their pliers as a hammer, and they're like, please don't do this. This will void your warranty. There was also, because I don't know if you know this, but apparently electricians are known for not cleaning up. There was a skit this guy did. I think it was Funk. No, it wasn't Funk FPV. He did a skit where he was tricking the electricians to clean up. He put a Klein logo on a broom. There we go.
I don't have a watermark.
For Windows?
Yeah.
You probably will. Just give it some time. All right,
yeah.
that moves smooth. That moves smooth.
Probably as soon as I reset, it's going to be like, hey, guess what? You have internet now. So
yeah. All right, so I'm just getting the roll-in nut aligned by putting this down here, and that should make this go in easier. Yep. All right. I'm actually gonna put these forward here. Line these up at the ends of the rail.
oh, what's up, bud?
Actually, I guess I can't really count them. I did line my rails up though. Stop. I'm gonna tighten.
Sorry, I haven't been reading chat. I've been getting this set up.
To get ready your computer working.
Yeah, I would like to get everything installed and running tonight.
Okay, let me zoom out. I'm just tightening down the screws and bolts here.
Yeah, 3D Experience. I'm an early adopter for the Ender 3NG. The day I got my hardware kit for it, he released a video for the new version. But he was in Modbot.
Woo! Look at wee.
Smooth. Yeah, that's what I like about Hector's kits. Everything's like there's all the rails are pre-greased, so you don't have to
he has really good
ones.
he has really good rails. That's one of the reasons I wanted to get his kit instead of putting our own together, because we could, but yeah. All right. Y-axis alignment. No additional hard. Okay, so we're gonna use the gantry. Center carriage, tighten screws. Okay, so I see what they're doing. Bring it forward. Okay.
Actually, I should probably start working on the CAD for my
Okay, I see what they're doing. They're just
Beast Junior.
loosening these all up. Just up here.
Oh yeah, I know what you're doing. You have like one end tightened down, and then you run it back and forth to de-rack it and get it all aligned.
Yeah.
I actually probably should switch to AT. Yeah, probably switch to AT&T because I'm pretty sure my bill will be a little cheaper.
What are you paying for internet right now?
I think 120, but like 20 of that 20 of that is because I have their modem that I need to return.
Bro, I'm paying $70. I'm paying $70 a month for their highest plan with unlimited data with their modem.
I'm in California.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So you get the fuck you rate. Okay, yeah, it does feel a little bit smoother now that I've loosened that up. Okay. So let's say center and anchor. Center the carriage and tighten the screws on either side of the carriage and lightly hold the rail in place but not to keep the edge from being nudged slightly. Okay. Yeah, I see what they mean because you can kind of move the rail a little bit. Although I'm going to have to kind of do this because I put two in the center here. Ah, my bit fell out. The tapered bits are nice for biting into the rails, but like they get stuck in the screw head sometimes, or bite into the screw head, but they get stuck in there sometimes. So basically, all you're doing is you're moving this back and forth. Because like when I pull it back here, I can see the rail moving out as it's being pushed. So basically, you're wanting to like just set this down and line this up so it's where it wants to naturally be.
And now I twiddle my thumbs while everything installs.
Thank God for 9-9 though, right?
I haven't even started 9-9. I'm doing drivers and utilities from MSI, like the motherboard stuff.
I installing the motherboard apps. Clearly, there's a lot of bloat.
Mostly like the drivers and stuff for the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
And I think I need to get drivers for my USB PCI hub.
So basically, when you're moving this back, you want to feel equal resistance across the whole travel. If it's not, if it starts like feeling like it's binding up, that means your rails are not aligned. I'm good right now. So I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to hit these and make sure these are torqued down. They should be. Can you hear me okay with the microphone? Am I speaking up enough for it to pick me up?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
I got Sonic for the internet in the Bay Area, 100 for unlimited symmetrical gigabit. Yeah. If I upgrade to AT&T, actually, I'm not sharing my screen.
Frontier is supposed to have up to 5 gig symmetrical fiber in our area for like $200 a month for 5 gig and $100 a month for symmetrical. 2 gig. And I think 1 gig is like $50. All right. Toolhead.
Stop AT&T fiber.
So this is where it'll get interesting because we're doing sensorless homing on here. I love that here. Choose the toolhead. We did the 2.4, right? Or did we do the 3?
I think you did the EVA 3 for M1. I'm pretty sure that's E3 for that.
Because this, you're the one who sent me the files. I said, Tor, here's what I'm doing. Here's the Mercury one I'm doing. Here's the hot one I'm using. And he said, here, print these files. So this is the front. Is this the 3? I think this is the 3.
Yeah, that's for the M3.
Okay, so we're gonna do the EVA M3 E3 4M1. All right, assembly guide.
They have pretty good ducts too.
All right. This is the one where it's going to take a sec here. Okay, so they got little videos here.
For 500 symmetrical, it's $65 a month. For gig symmetrical, it's 80.
Okay, so you just need to put the heat sets in. So there's a heat set here and here. And there's 3 in this part here. So I need to put those in. Okay, so I found a file that looks, or a part that looks similar to that, but not exact. Okay, so this is this is definitely the block. So this is the block V0.7 is what it shows in there. So here's the thing, but there's no. This looks completely different.
I think you might have a different one. Yeah, because that is for the end stop. Those 2 on the side are for the end stop.
Okay, and we're doing sensorless homing. So, all right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go through and look at the pictures, and then module amount shows. Okay, so this shows core modules front. Okay, so this is the front here. So I need, yeah, see there, this is different. So, but it looks like I need 4 up top here. These look like heat set inserts. And then 2 on the sides here. It looks like on each side.
I believe so.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, the toolhead documentation is not as good as the actual main system.
Well,
It's
they're
actually
from different people.
yeah, it's 2 different projects, and they just work together basically. All right, so remember when I changed the soldering irons to turn off after 30 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
It just beeped a bunch and then it's turning off. I was like, I've never heard that that sound before. So I have duplicate parts in here. I'm just getting all the single parts out for the tool head setup here. That's what I'm doing right now. All right.
Yeah, AT&T is going to be around $80 a month plus like shipping, or not shipping, taxes and whatever.
Government extortion charge.
No, you know what's extortion? Cancellation fees.
Hi, Adobe. They're all extortion. All right. I'm getting all the Raymond pieces out of here.
Apparently, Derek found.
So here's this is my dual 50. This is my dual 50-15 setup. So this looks like this is going to bolt up on here. Yeah. There's my blower assembly here. Oh, we got chooch. This is going to chooch some freaking air. Because this printer I actually do run pretty decent sized nozzles on. So I wanted something that had a little more oomph.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Like, I wish they would have just flattened all that out, so you didn't have like the little tiny bit of support stuff.
Well, I did a brim, instead of doing a bridge without.
Yeah,
support.
instead of
I do
having the ribs on the bed.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't even see it when it's mounted. So,
I'm
I'm
just
trying to
saying,
find.
personally, I would like it to not have it.
Yeah, because when you want to brims it, it gets like this. All right, I think that's all of the hot end parts. There's a couple little pieces in here. Oh yeah, here's a probe mount. Because we're running the EasyAbel NG8. So here's a probe mount. I do have, you did print me off. You said that bar that sticks up, that's the end stop mount, this piece here?
No.
Oh, okay.
That base part that you were looking at.
Gotcha.
The
Okay.
two heat
Oh,
sets
we're
on the
doing
sides
sensor.
were
Oh, we're doing
for...
sensorless.
Yes. Oh, I do not need Norton.
I just said YOLO and started going into this build. I'm going in partially blind, okay? So
It's
watch me
been
struggle.
like what, 2 or 3 months since I sent you those parts.
Okay, so it looks like there's heat sets that go in the bottom here. And possibly on the sides. Okay. So this is clearly the block that goes on the bearing or on the linear rail. This is for my extruder. This has got to be the rear piece. So this has got to bolt up like this. So this sits on the rail. Am I looking at this correctly, Tor? I think it goes like this, right? Like this.
Hold on. I'm not at the desk.
I gotta find the CAD model for these. I should probably just pull it up. If I can see the CAD model, I can figure out where everything goes.
Show me again.
Okay, these are all my hot end parts. This obviously the hot end mounts in here. This goes. Oh wait, the hot end. Okay, hang on. Mounts in here.
Mounts
This
on
goes
that
in
and
here.
then slides
Okay.
in.
So where does this guy come into play right here? Because I'm looking at the whole spacing here. These look like.
Yes, that would
So
be
it goes like
the
this.
rail block. Yeah, that connects.
Yeah,
to
I
the
know
rail.
this is a rail block. Okay. And there's heat sets. Aha. Okay, we're putting the pieces of the puzzle together. So this goes right. Yeah, right here. Okay. So this goes right here because those holes line up. So the extruder gets mounted up here.
No. I think it's
This one? No, it's. Oh yeah, it's this way. Because yep, no, it's this way. I got it. Because then it bolts on to right here. Okay.
Yeah, bolt on
So
both.
I need heat sets in here. I need 4 heat sets here. 2 in the bottom here. This third one's not going to get used, so I don't need to put heat sets here. So basically, there's 3 heat sets in this block. So there's 1 here by my thumb, 2 on the back. So I need to put 3 heat sets in here. These 3 here. All right, let's get the heat sets in where they need to go before I forget where they need to go. Oh wow! So I actually have to power cycle the Hako to get it to come back on.
I don't like that. With the TS100 and the Pine Sol, I just have to either pick it up if it's still going into sleep mode, or click the button.
So mine went fully into sleep mode, and I'm thinking that's why it shut off. Looking at this, I don't think I'll need a heat set in this spot here. Looking at how this mounts up, because this just covers that hole right there. The only question is go like, no, I think I had it right the first time. Yep. So this goes like this. All right. Let me put heat sets in these 3 positions here.
Where is it? Assembly guide.
And once you start putting together like a puzzle, it makes sense. I can definitely see other people having questions though on this.
Oh, if you scroll down, I think it shows the other versions, doesn't it?
I'm not sure. We'll check in a sec once I get this one in. Yep, nice and flush.
Oh yeah, sensorless homing top. It shows you.
Nice. Wait.
If you look on the left, click top. Right on the front. Scroll down.
Okay, micro switch top and stuff, sensorless homing top. Okay, so that's what mine looks like. Okay, got it. So they're showing. I don't think I need that fourth heat set in there because it's going to get covered up. There's 4 heat sets in here. I don't think I'm going to need that fourth one with this mount.
Yeah, it depends on what.
Right, what you're putting together. So, all right, basic front, portable. No, mine's the basic front. That's the one I'm using here.
Oh, I just scrolled through, and if you look at the ABL sides tab,
Okay.
and you'll see something funny.
I will give me a second. I'll put these heat sets in the top piece here. Get the heat sets in. I like heat sets. They're my new favorite thing that we started using more often.
Off axis. Hey Tim, long time. I noticed the website. No
That's Marcel. I'm pretty sure that's Marcel.
Need, replacement parts for the Ender 3. Oh, replacement belts. That is the 6mm tough belt.
Yep. And you can, I think he's in Canada. As much as I'd hate to take a sale away, you could probably find it cheaper locally. It's a 6mm GT2 or 2GT. People, the vendors refer to them as different stuff, but 6mm 2GT or GT2 type belt. It's a pretty standard part. I mean, unless you're planning on ordering other stuff from us. All right. So there we go. I got those heat sets in. It looks like I need to put a couple in here as well. This does fit together nice. Like, dude, it's such a nice, refreshing thing to like deal with parts that are actually like correctly designed after like years of Thingiverse garbage. Like,
thanks, off axis.
Oh, and I wasn't paying attention. I put this fourth one in. Well, it's getting 4. We have enough.
I'm having to run back and forth from the work desk to the other desk.
The project desk?
Pretty much.
We appreciate it. All right. Okay, so I got the heat sets in on the block one. Let's go ahead and get that mounted up because we got to get it mounted up before. So I can't like assemble the hot end off of the block. I got to get the bearing block on first. It looks like I'm going to need 2 heat sets going in here too. And I think probably here as well, right? Because there's another, shouldn't there be a connecting block at the bottom?
It's the
it's the duct. It's the duct.
Yes,
okay.
the duct.
So I need heat sets on the back here too then. All right.
Oh.
We're gonna get this mounted up though. So this goes towards the rear. This goes towards the front. I'm assuming it doesn't tell me. Does it say M3x8?
I need to look at my build. It's been a while since I built mine.
Hang on. Is it M3x8? Hang on. Modules overview. That's the front. Mounts, extruder mounts. So there's a front. It doesn't tell me.
Uh-oh.
M3x6. Nope. Top. Printed faster. I'm assuming it's the M3x8 and then lock washers. Is a sensorless homing. Okay, so M3x5 inserts. I'm assuming these are yeah, those are the inserts. Okay, so and then force. I'm assuming it wants you to put the split lock washers in there. Are those part of the Mercury 1 kit?
Yes, the Mercury 1 kit should have hardware for both. Well, it might not have all the hardware for this setup because this isn't the EVA 2.4.
I don't know
It
if
has
the
should have just
I wanna
about
see.
everything.
Yeah, because the regular washers don't fit in there. That's fine. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, off axis. It was a lot to maintain, especially with all the different printers that are out now. It's a lot harder to maintain. So we periodically update the pages with compatibility as we can.
Yeah, when we had like all the different printer sections, that was a lot.
You're 30% there. Please keep your computer on.
You know, it probably wouldn't. So the main thing is because there's so many different variations of this. Like to do a video assembling one, we'd like almost have to like print every single version and then do a video for each version, and then hope to God they don't update things.
Yeah, that's why they have this set up, because this would be a lot easier to update than a video.
Correct. Yeah, especially on YouTube, you can't just replace a video. You have to like you can edit stuff out, but you cannot add content to it unless you're, someone special. So I'm gonna put the 4 more heat sets in here. And while I do have a heat set tool in the shop, this is actually fine. I'm not having any issues just doing it with this fine point soldering iron.
Yeah, like I built the stealth press. I like it, but honestly, it's not needed. I can get the heat sets in perfectly fine, and most people
Yeah, for
can.
just yeah, for your average person that's only building like a couple of these, I probably wouldn't recommend getting a press, or even a special bit, because this is just fine.
The special
But
bits are nice because the tips can sometimes get caught in the threads, like standard.
yeah, this one,
Soldering iron tips.
this one's pretty fine. Like,
If it'll focus.
yeah, this one's doing just fine. It's just standard tip. Just the tip. This one's not perfectly flush. There we go. Now we're happy. Yeah, and we were talking about doing for the printed parts, have an option where you can just have us pre-install the heat sets. That's another reason I got the press. Because it'd be a lot quicker to just do it there. All right. So my hot end is currently attached to wires right now. So I think what I'm gonna do, well, I'm gonna pull this back. It's gonna make it a little bit harder to deal with. I was gonna swap the probe out for a retail one, but you know what? The prototype here works just fine. So I'm gonna leave it because I did not realize this was in the loom and everything. And I don't feel like pulling that all out because I have everything at the end here. I do need to take this out though, which I gotta take this hot end apart to get to because I gotta take these. I have the groove mount adapter in here because I had this on our multi mount.
Yeah.
Unless I might be able to get to it from an angle with the ball end Allen keys here that I have. If I can find my smaller one here. 0.5. I think they're 2. I don't think the 1.5. Yeah, it's a 2. Where'd my 2 go? I got, dude, we're gonna use big printers on this desk. Like, it's a big desk, but like it goes quick. And you have a giant ass printer sitting on it.
DHL is here.
Oh, are they? That's probably the bamboo lights that we're waiting on. I'll be right back. You get to entertain the stream. I'll be back.
I'm just waiting for stuff to update and install now.
Oh wait, Krista's going out to meet them. I hope it's our regular lady. Is it our regular lady? Because she's a sweetheart. And she also loves the baby. So Krista's got the baby. She likes to see the baby. I'm watching on the cameras to see.
I still need to clean up all the wiring on this, but I haven't because I need to install all the other.
I'm unlocking the shop right now for her. Oh, she already unlocked it. Okay, well, she beat me to it.
Easy.
Yay, home assistant.
How much percent at the moment? I'm not sure. It's rebooting.
I'm trying to see which driver we have. Oh no, it's not our regular driver. Oh, I like our regular driver. She's super nice. Okay, let's see if I can find my 2mm ball end hex here amongst all this crap. I think it's time to clean up a little bit.
Yeah, I got Windows fully installed. It's now just doing Windows updates, installing drivers.
Oh yeah, I was gonna post something in chat for Amazon. Someone was asking. What was somebody asking? I totally forgot.
The USB hub.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Oh, here's my 2mm. It's right here. Yeah,
I'm sorry, Blasto.
Hashtag ADHD moment. Hang on. Share my Amazon order history. Dun dun dun. There we go. It's actually down. It's only $18.81 right now. I paid $23.50. There you go. I just posted in chat. It went out to Twitch. I think the other ones are sending in a sec here. But yeah, no, I wanted like an actual proper hub and I saw this like, oh shit, we can just run this right off the main well for power. You want a powered hub. For most reliability, you want a powered hub. Okay, so I think I have this. I think I have the tri-horns. Yeah, I have the tri-horns here. All right, heat set insert locations. Okay, so this only gets one? Yeah, it only gets one heat set insert. Okay.
Night. Night. Install or update multiple apps at once. If you guys don't know about Night, it is an amazing tool.
It is. Okay, so I got the bottom horns, rear inlet. Let's see if there's any. Which one? I think I have this guy here. Yeah, the owl's eye heat set insert location. So there's two up top here. Yep. I'm just curious for the printed parts because I know there's a couple other sites that sell the printed parts for these, but they don't offer the heat sets. Is that something you think we should offer as like an add-on? And if so, what would you think a fair price would be to insert all the heat sets before we ship the parts to you guys? Because we clean up all the parts before, like all the brims will get removed if we use brims to print. Everything will get cleaned up.
I'll manually install VS Code.
All right. Put that on the edge of the desk there. Nice and flush.
Get your customized 9. Yeah, so 9 you pretty much just you have a big list of pretty much all the programs that you would want to install starting off your computer.
VS Code's even on there.
I'm doing a manual VS Code because somebody mentioned
the 991 doesn't work because I use the 991.
No, the VS Code was the setup was different. So I'm going to install VS Code on this later on once I have it at my actual desk and make sure everything's working.
The version,
no
this version of the
needed for
front.
guide.
Oh, this version of the front, I can't run an accelerometer.
Well, you're running Marlin, so.
Well, I mean,
honestly, even if you want to run an accelerometer,
just bolt it onto the fan.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so I need, there's 6 heat sets on here. 6? Wait. Okay, 4 on the back, 4 on the top, and then we've got, okay, there's 4 on this side and 2 on this side. Okay. I didn't see a little heat set inserts tooltip.
Does SBC, does Windows 11 not have a like my computer?
Yeah, it's just like PC. It's like this PC or something. It's like PC or something.
Right click desktop and click personalize. Oh, I need to activate Windows before I can do that. Oh no.
You know what you need to do, Tor?
I do know what I need to do. Right click.
You need to activate Windows with a license. GitHub has licenses.
I've seen those. I thought that was hilarious. Terminal. Windows PowerShell.
And 3 Experience says that hub is perfect. I was ordered for all my prayers. I know. I found it. I was like, oh my god, this is like the perfect Clipper printer hub because you can just run everything into that. It's powered, and and not only is it powered, you can run it powered from the printer power supply. Like, it's great. I saw that. I was like, done. That's the one we're getting. It's also got ESD protection, and it's a metal case. Like, it's like a professional grade hub.
You can run it off your printer's power supply.
I said that. I'm trying to take credit. Okay. Heat sets are in. Okay, I got heat sets on these parts. I need to see top. We already did that. Okay, this doesn't. Okay, so I don't need this little piece here on there for senseless homing top. Rear inlet, we got that. ABL side mount. We're doing the 8mm. We're not using an inductor probe. We're using our NG8, but it uses the same one. And there's one heat set on the side there. Unlike the Pinda, we can actually read glass beds with ours. With the NG8. I will say the only downside with our ABLs with the tool head boards, I'm not running a tool head board on here, but you cannot plug the ABL into a tool head board because it does need its own control board. However, we include a long cable. I actually found out our Easy ABL cables are the exact same length as the Orbiter tool head board cable, the umbilical cord. All right, there we go. We got the probe mount in there. Other modules. Is there optional / build specific? No. Okay, hot end mounts. So mosquito. Oh, they don't have a list of the heat sets. Okay. I'll just have to use the picture. So I know these two are to mount the hot end to it. Is it? Yeah, these two are mount the hot end to it. That's PTFE pass through. And then we've got screw. These look like where heat sets go. So we got the ones for the fan. Oh, I'll have to change the fan out because I got the stock little whatever size. I think it's 25 millimeter. That'll be good because that one's loud as shit. This is actually an aftermarket one because the stock one went out after a couple months. So their hot ends are great, but their fans are kind of shitty. All right. So I got to take this apart a little bit. Don't need this fan. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to use a Honey Badger fan because I don't feel like going out to shop to grab one of ours. Because they included one 40 millimeter fan and one 50-15. I'm going to use our 50-15s though, since they're already on this printer.
Yeah.
I should compare that. I can give Hector a hard time if ours are better than his. Because we have the Honey Badger one here, which the casing looks almost identical. I wonder if he's using the same supplier we are. Like all the molding and everything is all the same. I'm curious to see if his is dual ball bearing. Okay, his is dual ball bearing. As long as it's a dual ball bearing fan, I'll use it. I don't put anything other than dual ball bearing fans on my stuff. So this came with the kit. I'll use it. But I'll just put this in my spare parts bin. So his is dual ball bearing. But look at the casings. Like they're literally identical. Or
I'm activating Windows. Yeah.
they're identical. Like if I held them on the side, you can't really tell which is which. Like the clips are slightly different, but the blade spacing is exactly the same too. All right. Well, I've got two of ours on here, so we're gonna run these. All right, let's see. Can I get this? Oh wait, I need a 2 millimeter. I just had it. Here it is. You know, every time I see this groove mount adapter, I think about that idiot that like threw a temper tantrum because he didn't read the product guide. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
The guy that sent us a bag of dicks. I got some filament stuck on the insulator here. Although I'm probably not going to pick all of it off because that insulator is very delicate. And it can crack. And they're like $20. So this is the Mosquito Magnum because I'm compensating for something.
Oh, I'm getting an error for it. What the heck?
All right. I got the groove mount adapter off. All right. And I'm pretty sure I can use these screws to mount this. Yep. So I can use the screws I took off the groove mount adapter to mount this into the piece here. I'm going to put the heat sets in before I do that. So I need 2, 4, 6, 8 heat sets. Chris says, I'm gonna report you on ham radio, Tim, for being a meanie pants. No, this is a different guy. The ham radio guy is the one that fried his easy board, and then even though we gave him a discount off a new one, he still wasn't happy. You know, that was one of those, if you remember, Tori, like I was like, okay, like that guy started off as just being very rude because he bought firmware from us for his, I think it was a 5 or I think it was an Ender 5 or CR10. I think it was, or no, it was a 5 Plus. And
Yeah.
he left like this long review. Is like, I'm reporting you to the Better Business Bureau and the FTC for selling software that doesn't work and then not supporting because obviously he was a cheap ass and didn't buy the tech support. Spoiler alert, there was nothing wrong with the software, he just wasn't following the directions. But we helped him. I was like, okay, well let's try this. Like, we could just leave him, or we could try to help him and see if he changes his tune. So we helped him. He ended up buying a couple more things from us, and every single transaction with him was nothing but just him being an asshole every single time, going, I'm gonna go report you guys for this, this, and this. And then like it's just like, okay, so my whole thing was, okay, if somebody right off the bat is kind of being an asshole, they're probably just going to be an asshole because they are one. And yeah, that was kind of like an internal test here. Like, okay, let's be overly nice and overly helpful and see if we can turn this around. And the answer was no. He was a dick the entire time we dealt with him. Like, customer service is not fun. So, but I do
It
appreciate all
is
our
the
good customers.
process.
I mean, knock on wood. I just knocked on my table. Knock on wood. We actually haven't had any Karens in a while, so
Nope. Everybody's been pretty good.
yeah. No, we've
Like,
had
frustration is understandable because I've had frustration with this stuff before too. Just don't take it out on me.
yeah. I am putting this on the side because I can't put this side flat because of this little nubbin. So I'm just putting it on the edge of the table here.
Signing into Steam.
Steam? Is that for those newfangled video games?
Oh yeah. Time to play Minecraft. I'm sure that's going to trigger somebody because Minecraft isn't on Steam.
Yeah, isn't it on like the Microsoft store or something like that? Okay, so I got to put this in this direction. Oh, that fits so nicely in there. Like, that was very satisfying how well that just popped in there. I like that. All right. I find it funny. I was like, why does this say Triangle Lab on it? Because this is not a clone hot end. I remember they were out of stock on the socks, and I bought the Triangle Lab ones because I don't like running hot ends without socks on them because they get gross really fast. Let's see, do these match up? Are we gonna? Can't tell if we're threading into the hot end top yet or not, or if I need longer screws. I might need longer screws for this. I think I do need longer screws for this. The mosquito. Yeah, they're they're just barely at the bottom. Okay, so I need longer screws here. Except these are like M2s, I think. These are not M3s. You know what? Actually, hang on. I think I can use the ones that the fan used. Hold up. Big brain move here. Can I use the ones that had the fan? Because these are M2s as well. How far do these stick down? Because I think I can have it stick down past the heatsink block and be fine. Let's see here. We'll definitely reach. Question is, are they going to hit anything? Wow, those are going in really far. Oh, let's see if that'll work, because I don't know if I have any M2s. No, those will be fine. They're going to clear everything. All right, we're just going to use those because they came with the hot end. I'm surprised they didn't use the screws that came with the hot end itself for the collar mount, the groove mount adapter. But you can see here, we can go down and far, and it's not going to affect anything.
Guess how many ratings Microsoft Teams has and what their average rating is?
It's probably like 10,000, and it's like a 2-star.
2.6 star average, 420
close.
ratings.
Everybody likes to hate on Teams, but like I've used other solutions. Like we used to use Ring Central's Glip. Do you remember Glip? I don't even know if they still have that. But like it was not great. Like Teams is not perfect by any means, but like it does work really well. All right, so this goes in here. And then I'm assuming I put 2 screws through the side here, right, Tor? Or is that where this comes in? This goes on
One
here.
sec.
Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna go look through. Oh, this is gonna look sharp with the carbon fiber ASA with our Raveberry ABS. I like
Yeah,
that.
I like it.
I like that because this is like light and this is a lighter color, and it goes well together. And you guys, hang on, Tor, don't answer this, but chat, what do you think this hole is for on my hot end shroud here? What does chat think that's for? What is
Something that
this
you
for?
can't actually use until you swap stuff over.
I'm still putting it in.
I know. Just have it
I'm
set up
wa-
on a different
I'm
printer.
wondering if I should just I'm wondering if I should just put a little step down in here for it. I do have little 5-volt step downs. I have those
I was
tiny
gonna
little
say the
ones we use for
universal
the
power supplies.
yeah,
for
the ones we use for the
Neo.
Easy Neos. I might have one in here. I don't know. Hang on. Because I might have one from when I took it out of a printer that I swapped an Easy board into. Because I don't throw shit out like that. I will keep it and reuse it. Oh, I have one right here.
Yeah, just
Right
cut
here.
off the wires, desolder them, solder in.
I just got to remember which ones are the input and which are the output. I'm pretty sure the input side is this. I got to look on our product page, but yeah, I'm going to use this to power it. Fuck it. I'm not that. Then I don't have to run a 5-volt line all the way back. All right, let's see. TH3D Universal Power Kit. It's under our lighting section. Lighting. And
I think I need to invest in a good extruder because the dual gear one I got for the Ender is causing ghosting.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay, so the input side is this one. So this is my input side, and this is 5 volts out right here. Ghosting is not caused by the extruder. That's like ringing. That's your printer just moving quickly and it oscillating. No one knows what it's for?
Try install.
Oh my god. Hang on. You guys ready for hell to freeze over? I'm gonna put a Big Tree Tech product on my printer. I'm gonna do it.
I like it.
It's happening. It's happening.
It's cute. Though if you look, you can't see it in mine. But,
I wonder if there's an Octo. I wonder if there's an Octoprint plugin for the Nomi. Because if I had I have Octoprint on this printer. I'm running Marlin on it for right now. Eventually, I'm going to put the Pad 7 on it. But I wonder if there's an Octoprint plugin for it. I mean, honestly, if it just sits there and makes cool little faces and stuff, I'm totally fine with that. So yeah, I'm going to use this to power it.
Well, once you switch over to Clipper, it'll work.
Yeah. Man, hell really is freezing over today, isn't it? Clipper, Big Tree Tech products. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Loosen up. If you're seeing grinding, make sure your extruder's not partially clogged, and then loosen up the tension gear on your extruder.
All right, so this is my fight. You're positive. I did not look at any documentation. I'm trusting you. You're positive. This is the 5-volt power wire, right, Tor?
Yeah.
Okay. If this goes up in smoke, we know why. It's Tor's fault, not mine.
Emerson is missing out on this.
And I'm going to use my little quick solder connectors.
All right, back to building my PC.
Yeah, get your computer done. Come on.
I have almost everything set up.
God. You are so slow at building computers. Jeez. I'm trying to remember where I put my quick solder assortment. Put it, Tor. I'm gonna have to like solder these when I can't find it. Fuck it. Just gonna get my heat shrink out. Just gonna solder it like a man. I'm not gonna use the little cheats. Sorry. Remo, stop mounting Comet.
At least he's not trying to mount you.
Comet's the bottom bitch here, okay? Remo just likes to remind him of that, his place in the hierarchy of the Hoagland dog household. All right, we're just gonna solder it like a man. God, my big American fingers have a hard time working with these tiny little wires. Oh my God. Okay. Just gonna get the ground wire away from there. Yeah, honestly, running this little step down way better than having to rerun the whole goddamn wires just to give it 5 volt power. It has one benefit where a tool head board would come in handy. You've got the 5 volt, but again, here's my whole thing. The tool head boards are cool. I just like having regular wires run to my setup. But if I did do a tool head board in this, I would do the LDO one that goes on the orbiter, which is what we're doing on the Beast printer. I do like that. It's super clean. Nomi will have its own little 5 volt power supply.
I actually probably need to do that to mine.
What's that?
Oh, actually, no, never mind. I can't. Because I only
What?
have the toolhead board. The Nomi power supply with a 5 volts step down.
You could just run the power back, run a set of wires back to the board then.
It's not
Does your tool head board not have? I mean, this thing's tiny. This is going to hide in the wire harness. Like, that's my plan. Look how nice it is. And then this, now that I know that this is the input side, this literally just gets spliced in. Look how nice and compact that is. Like, this is the connector, which is tiny. Like, I love these little step downs. They're actually intended, they're marketed for use with drones. That's why they're so small. But they work great. It's just a nice
weight as possible.
It's just a nice little step down. It's great. And now I'm using our hot air station to heat shrink these. It's our little handheld one here.
Trying to update the BIOS again.
There we go. Look at that. I still love the solder seals. Man, I've gotten so spoiled. We use those in the shop all the time. All right. So we are going to need to replace this fan. And so if you see here, I've got one splice here already from when I replaced the fan. I'm going to cut before the splice so I don't have more than one splice. So I'm going to run the fan back to here. And since this fan is going to be always on, I could use it as a controllable fan. However, I have this printer on an easy plug, so it shuts off when it's done printing. So the fan's not running all the time. So I really don't care. So I'm going to splice in with this right here.
Oh, I am on the latest BIOS.
Are you? I mean, you just bought that, so I'm going to check chat in a second here. So if you guys are posting stuff in chat, we will answer questions. It's just right now the purpose of these streams is to hang out and you guys can see what we're working on, and we will answer questions when we get to a little break.
Wish me luck.
What are you trying to? What are you doing?
It's flashing the BIOS now.
Oh, you weren't on the latest.
I'm just reflashing it just in case.
And right now, in 3, 2, 1, rolling brownout.
V1, I'm not on the latest. It was just the right model. I'm going from V1.AO to V1.EO.
Let's see. Is all you need to get Clipper to use Pi as a Raspberry? Yeah, you can run on a Pi 3, Basically, oh, I remember that setting we were playing with the overlay tour. And I was to have this like forward overlay. You see this? This is what it does. So it's like puts it in front or behind.
I would
put
just
it
have it
behind.
behind stuff.
So yeah, you can use it on a Pi 3B, a 3B plus. Basically, Clipper just needs a Linux host to run on, and then you can install Clipper on that Linux host. So yes, you can run it on a Pi 3.
If you're not running a camera, you can run it on a Pi 02W.
Just no.
It's the same CPU as a Pi 3.
Okay, but is
If
it
you're not
clocked as
running a
fast? Because
cam,
the Pi
Yeah.
3 can handle a camera just fine.
yeah, the Zero can
So-
do, or the 02W can do Clipper if you're not running any other like USB devices on it.
Yeah, the Pi 3B is. I'm looking. Hang on, let me see. So the 0W is quad core, 1 gigahertz, half a gig of RAM. Okay, so let me see. Pi 3B plus is typically what most people had. The Pi, no, it's not as fast. The Pi 3B plus is 1.4 gigahertz quad core, and it has 1 gig of RAM. That's a big difference. That the double RAM is really going to help when running a.
That's probably why you're not running a webcam with it.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the 3. Where's the regular 3? The regular.
You're looking for
so the 2W has their own RP3A0 CPU. The 3B has a Broadcom 1. So the 3B, the older 3B, which we actually have some of those in print farms still, that's a 1.2 gigahertz quad core with a gig of RAM. So the 3B and the 3B plus are both faster and have double the RAM of the 2.0. So the 3B and the 3B plus will both be faster than the 2W.
Yeah.
Tor is 3D Experience asking where's the link to the modified stepper motor towers that we use on the Beast.
I'm about to post that in chat once it loads for me.
Is Jeff still watching? I know he was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still in here. Because I was gonna, Jeff Mulaney, he's here. This was a while ago though. We've been streaming for over 2 hours. Might have to do a third stream here to wrap all this up. This is what takes so long, is all the little final touches, like getting everything fitted and everything. So I'm just curious. Jeff, are you still in the chat? You still watching?
There you go.
Bueller. Do you require some? So you can run a test print on Marlin. Can you do a test print on?
Yeah, you can do a print and measure
on Clipper. Okay. So on Clipper, you can use an ADXL accelerometer, and Marlin is working on something where you can use accelerometer with an Octoprint. I've always just run the print and measured it, and yeah, it's not as quick as accelerometer. However, I like also the fact there is a benefit, and this is just me, where I can look at the part and determine what looks best to me, and then dial in the values based on what my eyes are seeing on the test print. Everybody has their preferences. I don't have a problem running a test print. It takes like 15 minutes. It's not that long. Apparently I have a Fusion update. I'm hoping Jeff is still watching. I'm going to go back to here. So I got the mosquito in there. Okay, hang on. Assembly, introduction, first steps. So I already did that. I bolted it up. I see here. So they want you to bolt. Okay, so they want you to bolt. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, they kind of gloss over a lot of things, but this is enough for me to figure it out. So I had the right idea. So I'm going to be, so you put the 4 heat sets in, you bolt the blower onto here, onto the back plate, and then these 4 big bolts go through the blower. Oh. Okay, so I put a screw in there. What size is this screw? Red top cable maker guide. Doesn't. Hang on, core assembly. Or is
BIOS
there
isn't
webs?
updated.
Hang on. Okay, first steps. Core assembly. Okay, there we go. Something was weird. Okay, so M3 by 45. Tour. So these say it's M3 by 45. I do not have any M3 by 45s in the Fabrico kit.
Yeah, I
I
told
have
you it's not going
35s.
to be the same because
Oh,
the
because it's the Mosquito.
well, no, because this is the M3 for the Mercury one. We're doing the
Oh, okay. So
M2.4
it's for the EVA 2.4. Got it. Okay.
or E3, yeah.
That might be a problem because I don't think I have any M3 by 45s. I'm going to check my bin of screws, but that's a weird size. Hang on. Hold up. Hold up. Let's see. There's some really long screws in here. Oh, M3 by 40. M3 by 40. Okay. 35. Oh man. Can I use M3 by 40s or are these going to be too short? I'm going to have to see. I've got quite a few M3 by 40s for some reason. I don't know what we used them for, but apparently I had a project that needed them at some point. So here's 4 M3 by 40s. Do I have anything longer in my screw bin? How many of you guys watching have a big thing of screws like this? I'm just curious.
I do.
I know you do.
I even showed it off earlier.
Okay, so I have, let's see if the 40s will be long enough. This is like a 42 or like a 38. This reminds me though, I mean, we're going to be selling the 2.4 version, the
Correct.
like for the printed parts, but it does give
It
me an
is a
idea
simpler install.
we took it as a simpler install. Yeah, because I saw Jordan put together the other ones and they were way less complicated than this one. Oh, hang on. Here's 145. Is this literally 145? Oh, I have one. Hang on. If I have one, I would assume I might have more. Maybe. There's literally have one in here. Got a bunch of 35s and 40s. Let me see how the 40s do on here. Because I can get an idea of the length needed just by putting it together down here. Let's see. I don't think we're going to be...
A
Oh,
fixie. You can run Marlin just as fast as
oh,
Clipper.
hey,
What's up?
the 40s do reach.
Just barely.
No, a decent amount. I mean, that's basically the length of the heat set. Sticking out there. I realize I put this on upside down, but still the length of the screws.
I love that Steam will take the install files from another computer on your network if you already have it installed.
That's an option. Okay, so the 40s do reach just fine. Yeah, we're threading in just fine. All right, well, crisis averted. Thank God for my bin of screws. Yeah, because there's really no point in them going past the threads of the heat sets. Like, there's literally no point of them going past the threads of the heat sets. Okay. Whew. I was like, damn, we're gonna have to hit a stopping point. I'm gonna have to order some parts. All right, got the bottom one in here on the tri-horn.
Nope, I did not mean to do that.
Huh?
I clicked the wrong button.
I'm gonna make the little white lines go away. Probably can't see them very well with where the brim was. Like magic. It just erases them. Yeah, we clean up all our parts like this with the heat guns. It's part of our post processing. All right. So let's go back up top. Let's mount this up here. I'm gonna go ahead and hide this so it's larger. There we go, that works. Okay. All right, so this goes like this. Hopefully these should reach through here. Yep. Oh yeah, the M3x40s are fine.
Good.
Sweet. Oh yeah, there's plenty of thread going in there. All right, so I'm gonna put the plate on here. Those are probably also M3x8s. Got a whole bunch left over in the Fabrico kit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should need 7 of them. It's coming together. It's starting to look like a print head now. Assuming this is M3x8. Let's find out. Like those will do the job. They're poking down just a slight bit, but I think we'll be good. We're talking like one thread poking down.
You're logged in. Think.
It's definitely a cool tool head. Long ones are back here. I feel like I'm braving a heat set on the block. No, I'm not. Just threading into the plastic slightly. All right, so I need slightly longer ones at the ones that go into the bearing block. All right. M3 by 10s. We have, I can't remember, I got 10s or 12s. Let me grab our stuff. Although I know there's other stuff in the Mercury one kit. M3 by 8. Oh, there are M3 by 12. Okay. I need one more M3 by 8 for up top. You guys can't see the hole. There's one more needed right here.
Hey, I'm signed into Amazon.
No,
I'm checking tracking.
you cheater. Cheating on us. See if they-
It's so well. We don't carry the fans or my SSD.
Oh, I thought we carried SSDs. Damn. All right, yeah, M3 by 12s went in fine. Last one. All right. Wow, we have a carriage now. Look at that. Where's the horse to go with the carriage?
Hardy, 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 hard.
All right, well, now I'm going to start putting things on it.
It's so nice that it just slops in.
Yeah. All right, I just need to see if I just straight up put screws through here or if I do something with the front, but I think the front just bolts on with the fan bolts. All right, let me pull this back up here. I can figure out how to do the part 20 fan. I'll just look at it just in case. That's the dual. Well, that's a single one. But yeah, I figured just fans bolt up with M3 by 20. Belts, yeah, they loop through here. Yeah, figured as much. They come right back out. And there's a clamp that goes on there for either side. Yep. All right. Hot end module. Let's see. Already got the hot end in there. We're not going to bolt the fan on just yet because we got the shroud. I'm curious to see how it attaches. There you go. Okay, so you do just put M3 by 6s
Through the fans?
for to lock the hot end module in.
Yeah, for that.
The 8s will probably work. I don't think there's any 6s. Because again, the Mercury kit we're using is for the EVA 2.4, and this is the 3. But all right, I just want to make sure I wasn't putting putting screws in that I would later get in the way. Get the 8s. The 8s look like they should. Yeah, the 8s will fit. Because they're actually the holes behind the heat sets are open, so. Yep, we're not even poking through on the other side. I don't know why they say M3 by 6s. The 8s will work. Yeah, when you're doing like these custom printer builds, a lot of it's like, okay, what do you have on hand that'll work? I'm wondering though if I need to have my thermistor and heater cartridge wires come out the other side, or if it's not going to matter. Because they're coming out the left side right now. You can go either side on this hot end.
Time to sign into my password manager so I can get access to everything else on this computer.
Sign into all your work shit too. Don't forget to sync OneDrive as well for the SharePoint stuff for all our crap.
Yep.
It's like the first thing I do. I get everything signed in, all my personal stuff. I get all the work stuff set up. All right, so the hot end's in there. All right. Let's put the fans on. The dual 50-15 fans. Because YOLO. Luckily, this machine already had duals on there, so look at that. Ours slot right in. But yeah. Oh, this is great. And the RM3x20 is in the Fabrico kit. No! Drop my screw. This thing's gonna push some fucking. This thing's gonna push some plastic with mosquito and our tough extruder V2 on here. We're gonna be pushing some plastic.
I just got an email saying, "Hey, we blocked this attempt, even though they used your master password."
Really?
Yeah. I was like, "No,
Look
that
at
was
that.
me."
Whee! All right. Oh, this is the fun part. I need to cut the PTFE tube. I'm assuming the one I had on the multi-mount is going to be too long or too short.
I'm
Let's
guessing
see.
too short.
Man, that is a tight fit in there. Holy shit. No, it's too long.
Long,
So,
wow.
oh, you know what? I got to take the. I think I got to take this fitting out because this is for the BMG. Hang on. I think I got to take the locking part out of here, and it's just going to be pressed in there. You know what I mean? This here, collar. I think I got to take this out because otherwise it's not going to sit flush. That's fine. These just pop out on here. There we go. Do they tell you the length of the PTFE tube? Or am I going to just have to trial and error it? Let's see.
Great question.
I'm checking right now.
Oh, my fans aren't spinning.
Bondtech BMG. That's how I figured it mounted in. Your fans might be in a low power mode. If it's like cool enough, it'll turn them off on a lot of the newer boards.
No, it hasn't been turning on.
This does not tell you. So you got to figure it out on your own. We got to use our brain. All right. Well, this one's actually pretty beat up with the teeth marks from being in the old one. I'm just going to take some of our tough tube here. Let's find my PTFE cutter though.
All right, I got the important account signed in. I'm on Twitter.
It's X now for?
Not in this household.
This household we call Twitter. Okay, where's my PTFE cutter? I'm trying to think. Oh, it's right here. I'm like, I have one in my office. All right, I'm going to cut the end flush. And I'm going to shove this down in here. And I'm going to cut a little too long. I'm going to see where we're sitting. To take off about 8 millimeters roughly. So all I'm doing is looking at like at the bottom, how much was showing between the bottom of this and the bottom of that. Oh, perfect. I can feel it. I can feel it hitting on the inside of the extruder. Perfect. Okay. Get my stepper motor on here. And this is the same width as our extruder mount for the what's the word I'm looking for? For the multi-mount. So like this is the same width or thickness. So Tor, where do you think I should have the? Should I have the stepper motor cable coming out the top or the left side?
Left side, because that's where
That's
the
what I was
wiring
thinking.
is coming out.
Okay, good. So, all right.
Or no, the
Okay,
right
my
side.
hit.
Sorry.
The right side.
Will work.
Oh no, that means I'm gonna have to change my thermistor and heaters around because they're coming out the
Yeah,
left
'cause
right now.
all the wiring should come out.
Oh, because there's a little
right.
strain relief here. I see for wires. Okay, so I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna take the sock off here and pull these out and switch these around.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to
What?
install NVIDIA stuff. Even though I don't have the GPU in.
Where is my 2 millimeter hex? I just found it. Now it's lost again. Hey, they.
And Orca Slicer.
Make sure to back up your profiles
Yep,
before
I'm
you
gonna.
decommission the old box.
No, this one's still gonna be up and running.
Just use like a secondary PC, basically.
Yeah.
Oh man, after being in this for a while, these screws are like seized up in here. Oh, there we go.
Windows installer. Let's
All
see if
right,
it actually works on this computer.
Okay, so I need to move these over to the other side, is what you're saying. Of course I do. You know what's funny? Do you remember when I bought this hot end years ago, and I bitched about like this expensive ass hot end not coming with thermal paste, and a nozzle. And do you
And
notice now they include a nozzle and thermal paste with it?
yeah, I think it was Lightspeed who sent it over to him. And he was like, "Yeah, you guys like what are you doing?"
I was able to just get it out of there.
Download GeForce Experience.
Actually, I think I have their paste now. So I can put this back together with their paste. Our stuff actually held up pretty well in here. I mean, I never had temperature issues, so. I think I have their boron nitride or whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah, boron nitride.
Of ours, in case I don't. It's a nut to it.
I gotta put a Noctua in this thing. Oh,
It's like plastic repellent they're selling.
I used it and I'm not a fan.
It sucks. It sucks. It's
Yep.
That's why it's in. That's why it's in there. Never used.
Everything's going super slow. Are we no longer streaming to X anymore? I thought we were streaming to X still. Tim's audio is getting cut out. No idea what we're saying.
I'm on the floor looking in my junk drawer.
Oh god, so loud. Hey, Derek. Yes, this is the EVA 3 for Mercury 1.
I don't know where it is. I know I have their paste. Just trying to remember where I put it. I got my hot end parts here. I don't see it in here. Whoa.
I hope you're doing well, Derek. Hey, Bubby.
Okay, well, I don't know where it's at. It's not in the drawers where it should be if I had it. So I'm just gonna use R paste. I also got some Noctua NT-H1.
I bought some thermal paste because I didn't know if the CPU cooler came with one.
Don't miss. All right, put the heater cartridge back in. Okay.
Yeah, I want to get the 4070 Ti Super or something like that. I'm just gonna hold off.
You don't play anything that really maxes out your code.
Play a bit.
Unless you want to do like 4K Minecraft.
Well, you saw the mod pack I was using for Skyrim VR. The mic is no longer picking you up. MSI 4070 Ti Super.
Sorry.
Oh my god, too loud.
What? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my thermistor and heater cartridge in.
Yeah, I have the 4080 Super, and it's
You mean the 2080 Super?
2080 Super.
I was like, 4080 Super? When did you get that?
40.
Do they still have the Supers or did they discontinue that?
No, they have Supers. It's a 91% increase from user benchmark.
Jesus. Isn't user
From the
benchmark that one that is not super accurate? I remember hearing some controversy over it.
I'm not sure. It's what I've
I
been
mean,
using.
I still use
It's
it as a rough, just to get a rough comparison
yeah,
of things.
that's what I was gonna say. It's just a rough estimate, but about 91% faster. This is the Ender 5 Plus that he's converting, Derek.
The big boy. I like big printers, and I cannot lie. Hey, sock back on. Got to protect your hot end, okay? Nobody likes a
Oh,
dirty hot
Derek,
end.
we're actually doing a Ender 5 Plus build, or sorry, a CR10 S5 build that's converting it into a Mercury 1 as well.
Yeah, that's going to be getting a lot of work done tomorrow since that enclosure is done. Other mod, okay, core modules, ABL side mount. Oh, they have easy ABL listed on here.
That's what I was saying earlier, to check out the ABL side mount.
But it's not inductive. Oh, hey, 3D Experiments is right here.
Oh yeah, it's massive. Tim, do you have a link to the or you want to pull up the video?
What video? Oh, what video?
Or the
Oh, the
beast?
one. Yeah, give me a sec. I want to see where this goes on here. Doesn't tell me. Hang on. Assembly. First steps. We already went there. Core assembly. Part
Let me double
cooling
check.
fan.
I think it's on the left side.
I'm checking your dry module. We already got the dry. Here we go. ABL side mount. Yeah, it's on the left. Although this one, oh yeah, this one has two. Okay. So it's on the left. That's what those other two heat sets are for the ABL mount.
Yes, sir.
It's cool that we can still use like all these different things on here.
Right, they didn't block out anything. They tried to be as many variations and options as possible.
I like modular systems. Although this probably has almost as many pieces to it as the Hero Me.
Not as hard to print though.
No, it's not.
Yes. We're enclosing it with 3 panels and doors.
All right, so I can take my sensor nuts off here because this just has a set
Clamp.
screw. Oh, look at how cute that is. It's so adorable. It's why I love the little probes. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's looking like a freaking extruder setup now. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Tim's finally catching up with the times.
You can bite me. This might be too long for here, though. Yeah. I'll find a slightly shorter screw. These are the M3x8s. I think I forgot a shorter one in my little bin of crap. Same length.
Bubby, we are actually getting
clear
these Mercury 1 kits in, and we should have them
this week.
Everything's, yeah, this week, or we're going to have everything ready and posted by next week at the latest.
Okay, this is hitting the cover. Is this cover compatible with the ABL mount? Huh?
Yeah. It should be. I don't remember if I had to clip off part of the side for it, so. But it
You
should
don't
be.
remember?
It's been, I built my printer like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Okay, it is biting in. Okay, so I found the correct screw that literally locks it in.
It looks like you're too far over. You might have to snap off part of the duct.
No, hang on. Yeah, it's like it's hitting on this side.
Let me go check mine.
See what you did with yours, because this is the one you sent me to print for the setup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's right here is where it's hitting.
Oh.
Like just barely hitting.
Show me the mount on the left side, or show me the duct, or the front plate, or whatever. See?
Do I need to just print a different front?
No. You can just snip off where it dips down, and it should be fine.
Right here?
Yeah, that whole part. I just broke it on the layer line.
Here. Up to the slant here, basically?
I did it all the way from the top.
I'm going to try this.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do that way.
Well, I can reprint it. I just want to get the rough. I'll probably modify the STL. No, it's still hitting down here too. This cover does not like this. This is not designed with the 8mm in mind at all.
Yeah, I just checked mine. I snipped it all the way up. I didn't snip that deep.
That's where it's hitting on mine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have the fan. That's why it's too close.
Oh my fucking God. God damn it.
I was like,
God,
why
so
is it?
fucking
Why are you
stupid.
pushing it so far? Yeah, you don't have the fan and stuff.
Okay, well, I'll be
It's been a
reprinting
long
that.
day.
It has been a long day. Okay, well,
but yeah, I'm pretty sure you
there
do
we
need
go.
to clip part of it, but it's just along the layer line. where
God
dips
damn it.
down.
Honestly, this printer, my Under 6 is almost done with the Mercury one stuff, so I'm probably just gonna print it on that in black.
I mean, you can install
Okay.
like the fan and stuff on for right now.
Yeah, I can. It's just the
install that
cover.
later.
No, it's fine. God damn. Well, the cover has to screw onto the fan.
Yeah, you just take off the screws for the fan. Just put in 2.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we've already been going for almost 3 hours. Okay, so that makes sense then. Thanks, Tor. That would have been nice to know, like 5 minutes ago.
I've been working on my own projects.
I wasn't looking at it. I was thinking the fan went in front of it for some reason, but nope, it does not. Okay. Whatever. Oh my god, I have to reprint a part. I don't know if I have any printers to reprint parts with, Tor.
Oh no.
This is my only printer. This is my only printer. Let me see. How much time do I have left? Oh, we're at 96% on the Under 6. It's almost done printing the Mercury 1 mounts. So I'm assuming these mounts I'm printing, these are for the EVA 2.4 that the kit's meant to go with, right? Because these look completely different. Okay. All right.
Ones you're printing now are for the 2.4 because that's what we're selling.
Yes. Yeah. No, definitely considering it doesn't the kit is meant for the 2.4. So there's my 6. Look how nice the 6 prints. So pretty. Isn't that a nice print? It's so smooth. Look at that. Look at those chonky ass like the sidewalls on all these parts. Like you can see how thick the damn sidewalls are. So
yeah, I can't wait for this to be set up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with it. Okay, mental note: put fan on first before putting cosmetic cover on.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were trying to cut off so much. I was like, that's way too much. And then I look in the center, it's like, oh, there's no
There's
fan.
no fan.
Well, because part of it, your hand was covering the hole because where you're holding it to the camera. So every time I looked up, it was like covered.
Yeah, no, it's all good. You know, honestly, I think just regular black ABS would look nicer on this versus the carbon fiber, because the carbon fiber is cool, but I think it'll match better with all the extrusion and everything, because extrusion's all just straight black. Like I'm not even worried about it. I do have to wait for this to finish that job, so I'll have to come back out here in like 20 minutes. We can hang out for a little bit though. Oh, it's doing the top layers. Hang on, I gotta share it. Oh, it's so satisfying when it does the top layers. Yeah, it's only got 5 more layers to go. But it's here, look at it's doing the top layers. It's doing the top layers. Yeah. And you notice I'm not running the printer super fast because these are our customer parts and I do not want them to be brittle. So even though we have printers that are capable of going fast, I'm not running our customer parts at super high speeds. Look how nice it is. That's pretty good. That's pretty good filled in for one layer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and this is running our nozzle, our easy flow nozzle, the Tough Extruder V2. It's actually running Bowden right now. I kind of want to put the Micro Swiss direct drive on here, but like this printer just runs. I don't want to mess with it. Like it just runs and it prints great.
If it ain't broke, stick to that. If it ain't broke, don't
fix it. Tor, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Then this printer would not be getting upgraded. What?
Said hush.
I do like how this came together, though. I'm glad we could reuse the Tough Extruder because I really like our Tough Extruders. Like the main thing why I know they're not super popular anymore is because of the size of them, but like they're like we run them in the print farm and we have not replaced any of them in the last 2 years. We haven't had anything wear out on them. Like they're such solid extruders. So, but I think we'll probably get the orbiter in. Whatever. I don't even know if we have any more. Like, I don't think we're going to order more of the tough extruder V2s. Like, I think we're just going to end up getting something else in, like the orbiter V2 or what other ones were you thinking? I'm just curious to chat things what they would like to see in terms of extruders we carry.
Orbiter V2 with like the LDO tool headboard would be nice.
Yeah, I mean we had the orbiter V2s for a while, and the thing is nobody bought them, but we had them in at a time when people were not doing the DIY printers as much, which is why the Tough Extruder V2 was the nice thing about the Tough Extruder V2 is you get the BMG footprint. So obviously, like this is the BMG mount, you can see it mounts right up perfectly. The internals are different from a Bondtech, but these also just directly mount. If you notice that little notch on the top left of the extruder, that's intentionally there for fitment on the Ender 3 and the CR10 series because that's where the lead screw goes. So these were able to be directly mounted to the printer with no adapters. You could just drop it on there, update your E steps, and possibly have to reverse your extruder direction and go. So, which is how we have them in the print farm. All of our printers in the print farm have the Tough Extruder V2s. Actually, I was going over this. Out of the how many printers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 printers in here. 6 of them have our extruder on them. So, you know, and they've got a lot of time on them. Like they just freaking run. I'm at 97%. 97%. It's almost done. I even have my old AM8 running jobs right now because that thing still prints great, and that's got a Tough Extruder V2. So, are we out of stock on the Tough Extruder V2s? I have 2 of them left, and those are I forgot we put those on sale for $40 instead of 50 right now, but I have 2 left. So, but yeah, I was like, do I do an orbiter on this build? I was like, no, I really like our extruder, so I'm just gonna run it. And when it dies and we don't have them anymore, maybe I'll do like an orbiter stuff. But like it's nice because I literally just took everything off the old hot end and I'm putting it onto the new hot end setup. Same fans, same cooling layer fans. Anyways, I'm changing out the heatsink fan for the 40. But yeah, Chris is gonna go save. What time is Menards open till? I can't remember if it's 9 or 10. How many of you guys watching? Oh, they're open until 10. How many of you guys watching have Menards by you? I know you don't, Tor, because you are way far from Midwest. You guys aren't cool enough to have Menards.
What's your go-to printers in the print farm?
We have all of our ABS fleet in the print farm is all Ender 3 Pros with our extruders, our hot end cooling setup. So we use the Red Squirrel 5015 style one. Our all metal heat breaks, our easy flow nozzles. They have our tough tube on them, so run them Bowden because we don't do flexible on them. And then they have our easy ABL. They have the last gen Pro sensors on there because they still run. They're probably about 4 or 5 years old at this point. They still work. And then we've got the bed solid mounted. We got our flex plates on them, and they just run. They run and run and run and run. So
they're like the Energizer Bunny.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they just keep running, and the nice thing is they're printers that we can easily swap boards out. We can get parts for them. You know, like we at one point we're talking about selling them off and getting like the K1 series or the K1C, and I'm just sitting here thinking, I was like, well, if like we could print a little bit faster, but then like, and they're also enclosed, so we'd be having to get new racks because our Enders, I can actually show you guys because they're running right now. Let me turn the lights on out in the shop. Oh, I'm yawning.
Time to clean up my desk so I can put this massive case on here.
Oh, where is it? Brave tab. Here we go. So this is our print farm room here, and you can see these are our stacks. We got 8 of them running right now. There's the beast in comparison. But yeah, so we've got So we've got 3 here on this shelf. These were added later. These are our original 12 here. So we had a fleet of 12 that we built out when I moved out here to Indiana. Everything's powered. All the pies are powered from this network switch. Here's a 48 port 500 watt PoE switch. And you can see every enclosure. We just mounted the boards open like this because why not? Made a little bracket here that just bolts the pie here. And then there's a clip here that holds the PoE splitter. So the PoE comes in, splits off, gives us 5 volts on the micro USB or USB-C, depending on whether it's a Pi 3 or a Pi 4 board. And then we got network connection. Each printer has a camera. So I can actually pull up each printer running and see what they're doing, including my office printer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess Abby's camera is not responding. But I can show you guys here. Sometimes like Octoprint, the camera just stops responding. You got to like bounce the process. Which one is it? Overview Home Assistant. Here we go. So all the printers, and it's actually tied in with Teams. All the printers are tied in with Octoprint. Home Assistant monitors all these so we can see like the status of when they started printing. If they run out of filament, they send us a notification to Teams letting us know what printer ran out. We also have like the other ones in the rack here. You can see these are not running right now. We got our second rack here. I haven't hooked cameras up to everything yet. But this is my office here. So you can see the 5 Plus is offline because I'm working on it right now. But I can pull the cameras up here. I can see the status. And basically, like if I want to turn printer on here, I can click and hold here. This turns on the plug. You see the camera goes color. And then this is the live feed here. So we have all the printers here. You can see the lights turn on in the bed. And then if I click it, it'll go to the Octoprint login, which opens a new tab, and I'm sharing a specific tab, so it doesn't open that. But yeah, we have everything monitored here. These are all our cameras. Our cameras are compatible with using them inside an enclosure. We use them here. You're not going to void your warranty if you use them in an enclosure. But yeah. No. We have one bamboo printer. I see Jordan left his computer logged in and unlocked. I should go change his wallpaper to like the Linus Windows XP Bliss. Should I go do that? Should I go run out there and like change his wallpaper to the line?
Do you still have the ones of Sean?
Oh my God. I know which ones you're talking about, and I do not. I don't know where those would be. But I think he has a printer open here or something. I don't know. But that's his desk. But we have one bamboo, literally one. We have an X1C. And Tor is a P1S. We each bought one model just so we'd have them to test stuff on. But you can see here, we're not running bamboos for our print farm. So these all
there's a
are
spool
local
compared to the Beast. There's a spool right underneath it.
Yeah, So there's a 1 kilogram spool, and this is the Beast printer that we're working on. This is the one that's getting worked on. You see, I started running the wires back and tracing all the links as I was asking where the spool was going. But yeah, so the nice thing is if you guys send us parts to print, all of it stays local. So when you guys send us a print request for our print farm, it goes from your computer to our local server here. So our ticket system is hosted in-house here. So it goes right from your computer to ours. It's all SSL encrypted. And then when we process it, it goes from our ticket system to our local computers here. It gets sliced locally. The G-code file is then sent locally to the printer, so none of your designs or anything go out to the cloud. So, Krista, I can wrap this up in a sec. We're at a stopping point.
That's what I was thinking, Derek. Or we're gonna do something like the Trident, where I have the.
Oh, she's going to Menards without me, apparently.
Haha.
That's fine. Whatever. I'll hang out with you guys. But yeah, I'll put a link to our Tough Extruder V2 in here. So if you guys want to get them, this is the last of it. We won't be getting any more of these in because we're going to be looking at other extruders. Now, the sad part is the other extruders we're going to get in are not going to be drop-in replacements for a lot of machines like this one is, but the market's changing. So we have 2 of them left. I'm like really contemplating if I should just adjust the stock and we can just keep one for ourselves. We also might have extra out there, but whatever. You guys can get them. I think I have a couple in here. I tend to keep my own stash of parts. So, but yeah. All right. Oh, we're at 98% on the under 6. Huh? Do you want me to go with? I can wrap this up. I mean, we're at a stopping point. I got to reprint that part because I didn't realize the fan wasn't there.
Yeah, I gotta take apart my computer for the.
I mean,
GPU
Tori, you
now.
could. I mean, oh yeah. So, all right. Well, yeah, the market really changed very. They did. It did very abruptly, but we're keeping up with it. So, all right, I'm good to wrap this up. Have one more stream and finish this all up.
Yeah, it should be a quick stream.
This
Get
takes
printed,
a lot.
get
It takes a
calculated.
lot longer to build this than I was expecting. So, I mean, I've got at least 5 or almost 6 hours into this, not including the printing of all the parts and everything.
Well, if you're not
So-
streaming and just working on it and getting it done,
I
it
guess.
goes a lot faster. But
I mean, it
yeah.
still take. I think Jordan had about 8.5, almost 9 hours into the first build, and he still got. I mean, well, the beast is different because it's a custom build. It's not following exact guides, but
yeah, having these
right.
3D placements and stuff. But yeah, it works.
Oh, there's a potato.
There's a potato.
The potato, and now we're staring at. I don't know what we're
Have a good
staring
one,
at.
3D experiments. Thank you guys for stopping by. See you, Derek. See you.
I didn't turn my lights on behind me. I just realized that. I didn't turn my lights on. Yeah, it's okay. It's been a long day. So, all right, everybody. Maybe we'll do another one tomorrow. I don't know. It depends on what's going on. But I want to get this done. It looks so sick, though.
Cute little baby.
Hi, Poop Monster. Hi, Poop Monster. I got the Poo Monster. Little Poo Monster. You the Poo Monster? I don't know.
Looking at all
What are we
screen.
staring at? Oh, she's staring at you.
Me?
She's staring at Tor on the screen. You want to go Menards? You want to say big money? You want to say big money?
She's gonna love going there.
Yeah, we're gonna take you to the ceiling fan department. You can watch it all the ceiling fans. She's obsessed with ceiling fans. All right. Well, this was fun. A good 3-hour stream. Got some stuff done. This looks sick though. The blue on the black. I love how this is
I like
coming
the
out.
setup.
Yeah. I'll definitely be taking some nice photos of it before I stuff it back in the enclosure to become a part printing bitch again.
We should make this the Rocky Mountain next year.
Hi. Can we say bye? Can we go bye-bye?
How bald she is on camera.
Huh? She matches her daddy. We got the same hairline. But you guys
we
can't
made you
tell
a page in
because
the
I got
help
this.
center with all the parts listed of what we did
Yeah.
for the beast.
All right. Well, you guys all have I was about to say good weekend because I'm used to streaming on Fridays, but it's Wednesday, my dudes. So I will see you guys all later. Tor, that means Friday you should have your new computer for the stream.
I'll have it tonight, hopefully.
Yeah. Are we working a poop out? It sounds like we're. Oh, yep. I felt it on my hand. She just pooped. I felt some or a fart. I don't know. I felt a little. I don't know. Did you poop? Did you poop? Did you poop? She's like, Dad. Yeah,
She's wiggling like she did something.
I know, right?
All right, everybody.
Well,
You guys have a good day.
bye bye. Can we wave?
Have fun.
Can we wave? We're staring at the hats now. There's hats above me. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.